Caleb, what did you think of Jared's performance as a rookie being able to do what he does?
It's impressive. Obviously, he's giving us that boost when we're, obviously down a couple bodies that we need. He's picking up, a lot of, in a lot of the areas that we need right now. He's being super aggressive, and obviously he's just putting his repertoire on, display, and him be able to get to spots and create out the dribble and play make. So, I'm really excited. I think guys asked me earlier on this in the summer about what I thought was him. I told guys he was the best guy I can. I've been saying that. And so a lot of the stuff right now isn't a surprise. I'm just, I'm really, really happy for him that he's able to display that on this type of stage. So he's definitely been a big boost for us.
I know tonight obviously resulted in a loss, but to battle a team that's undefeated with as many guys as we were missing, I guess is there kind of a silver lining there tonight?
Yeah, you gotta take the good with the bad. Obviously, they're not the results that we want right now, and obviously there's a lot of moving pieces trying to figure things out. A lot of pieces missing right now that we haven't been able to consistently have together. So, those are things that you still have to take a positive out of some of the negatives right now, and be able to have carryover and apply it to whenever the pieces do come back. So. I'm not the type to make excuses about whether people are in or not. I still believe we have enough in the locker room to win games, and so ultimately I'm gonna, approach a loss as if we had everybody. So, there's definitely some things that could have been better on our end, and things that we had to clean up, on our end, regardless of who's in or who's out. We all gotta be better, and especially right now, that's how we're gonna have to win games.
I know it's still early, but where's kind of your comfort level at for this first kind of couple weeks of the season?
Yeah, I think I see progress, and when things are going like they are right now, you have to see things from a different perspective, and just right now, progress is one of the key things I'm looking at right now. Obviously, we want to win games, but as long as we're getting better right now, and and ultimately knowing it's going to result in winning, we'll end up turning that corner and flipping that page for sure. But there's a lot of things we have to consistently be better at in order to get to there. So, and it starts with all of us looking at ourselves and what can we do better, and how do we apply more, have more carryover, and be more disciplined, be more intentional on both ends of the floor. So we got a lot of work to do, but. It's a work in progress, but I do think that there were a lot of things that we got better than that.
Caleb, you found some consistency with your shooting mechanics since you got home from that trip. I guess, has anything changed for you that helped stabilize that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just I got some stuff going on myself. So, like I said, I'm not gonna have an excuse or anything for that. So I just leave it at that. There's things that I have to deal with on my end that I'm doing the best I can as of right now, but those things have to get figured out over time. But again, that's part of my game. I got to figure out a way to be better, and certain things I got to do first. But I got to continue to find a way to be more consistent when it comes to that, for sure.
As you alluded to, the team hasn't had its full complement of the roster yet, but expectations were still high coming into the season. So how is the team handling the 2-9 start?
Yeah, like you said, it's just like I said, is like we understand where we're at and what's going on right now with guys in and out and things fluctuating people's minutes. We're trying to figure out rotations and matchups and whatever it is. So there's an understanding there for sure, but obviously frustration because we're all competitors. The coach is a competitor from the top down. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to compete. So we just have to find a way to where at the end of these nights that we're okay with the way we competed until So I think that's where some of the frustration is, and we just have to find a way to be able to get to a place when we're done playing these games. We can, or at least I'll speak for myself, that I can sleep that night and be okay with that. So I think until we get there consistently, there is going to be that, I guess, frustration. But. we'll get there.
You experienced in Miami, like having Jimmy miss games throughout the regular season. You experienced that there.
Mhm.
I guess what has that experience taught you about stabilizing here when you don't have Joel or Paul or Tyrese?
Yeah, I think that, for me personally, like when we had moments like that, you know, you gotta look at them as opportunities. You know what I mean? A lot of guys are playing minutes they might not get down the line. You might be put in situations that you're not used to, but, you know, able to capitalize and, you know, show a part of your game or whatever it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I always feel like no matter who we have on the floor, that we have enough to win games, and that's how it needs to be approached. I don't care who's on the floor. We shouldn't care who's on the floor, whether it's on our end or theirs. I think that we always, you know, I'm a believer in if we stick to the plan and we do things the right way and consistently and don't have drop off between groups and do everything and stick to the plan, I think that we have a great chance of winning. So, but that's what it's got to be about, the consistency part on both ends. And regardless of how the game's going, whether you're making or missing shots, you have to be dedicated to you know, to being disciplined. And I think that that's going to take us a lot further with guys in and out right now. That's what our identity has got to be.
The number of steals
That's
you've
what it is.
gotten is way up since Paul's gotten out on the floor. Do you feel like you're getting a sense slightly of like what this could look like with you and him and Kelly on the wing?
Yeah, for sure. We cover a lot of ground, and once we start continuing to get those minutes with each other and feeding off each other and seeing how disruptive we can be, and build that chemistry on the defensive end, there's no excuse for us not to be, you know, some of the best perimeter defenders in the league, you know, especially together. So we have to buy into that, understand that we can be that, but, you know, understand it's not just going to happen just because we do have the intangibles. We have to make that, you know, we have to do our part. Being disruptive, being active, being consistent, being the gaps, helping, talking, communicating, like all that stuff matters and it adds up. So it's not easy, you know what I mean? None of this stuff is easy. So, but you know, that's the league.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yeah.